Today, we'll be going over my top 3 tips for this crypto bull run that is, I believe, already started. So let's get right into it. Number 1, this one is going to be a little bit in hindsight, but I think it's still important and I think it's still applicable now. You should have been dollar cost averaging the entire bear market. The money is made during the bear market, not the bull market. You need to put the work in before things get crazy, or else you're not going to make any money. And the reason this is critical is, well, let me give you an example. We're not super far into the bull market. Things, in my opinion, are just getting ramped up. But the difference between buying throughout all of 2022 versus buying now, or like even throughout 2023, we'll use Algo for example. Algo is one of my biggest holdings, and there was so much time and opportunity to get Algo around 10 cents. And just recently now, we just hit around 20 cents. So, for example, let's say that during the bull run, Algorand gets to $5, new all-time high. From 10 cents, that's a 50x. From 20 cents, that's only a 25x. So you're cutting your potential gains in half. Or another good one would be Render. Render's going crazy. I don't own any, but Render, you had a lot of time to accumulate around $1. Now it's at $4. So if Render goes to $40 and you were getting it at $1, it's a 40x. If you're getting it now, it's only a 10x. So you miss out on a lot of those potential gains by not accumulating during the tough times and during those red candles. Now, like, I'll be honest, my cost average for Algo is not around 10 cents. It's probably higher. It's not probably, it's definitely higher. But some of the Algo I got was down at 10 cents. Some was at 20 cents. Some was at 40. Some was at 50. Some was over $1. But I bought all the way down, and it's less stressful, right? You just buy as it comes down. And look, if you're in the market now, dollar cost average, if we get the privilege of having a big pullback on Bitcoin down to like 32K or something to retest our range, alts will get slaughtered and you will have a fantastic buying opportunity. But I guarantee most of you watching, you're going to see the big red candle and be like, I need to sell, I need to get out, it's all over. So look, tip number 1, dollar cost average. Now that we're in what looks to be an explosive bull trend, pullbacks and red candles are opportunities to buy. God damn it. Cigar went out. Tip number 2. So this one, I'm kind of going to throw a few things together. Tip number 2 is going to be, don't FOMO, don't trade, and don't trade especially with leverage. All of these things will cause you to get wrecked. So, one sec. So, when I say don't FOMO, this is very timely too because of what's been going on in the market right now. A lot of my main holdings, XRP, Algo, HBAR, Quant, XLM, they haven't done very much as Bitcoin has had this parabolic move up. We've seen some altcoins like Solana go to $70, down from like $8, $10. Absolutely ballistic. And that's causing a lot of high emotions from people in the market. They're getting frustrated, and rightfully so. You know, it sucks to see the things that you've been accumulating and holding for so long, especially if you've been buying through the whole bear market, just underperforming compared to these other altcoins that you thought weren't that good. Because if you thought they were good, you would have been buying those ones. But the key here is don't FOMO. Because what I see people doing on Twitter saying this, and this has happened in the past, you could go back and look at the previous bull runs, some alts like this will start running. People will sell their bag that's underperforming to rotate into something like Solana, for example. And then as soon as they buy Solana, Solana goes up maybe another 10, 20%. Then Solana pulls back, and then the coin that they had to start starts taking off. So not only did they sacrifice the gains that they would have had on their coin, but then they lose by buying another coin at the top. So we aren't like Warren Buffett. We we aren't the market makers. We don't know. We have no control over the way that these things are going to move, right? So there's no point in trying to be a pro trader when the highest probability for success is to buy on the way down, dollar cost average, and hold until we hit new all-time highs and have sell targets, right? And back to the leverage, especially do not trade with leverage. That is how you will get absolutely wrecked in this market and liquidated if you don't know what you're doing. Look, I'm not saying that there aren't people that make a lot of money. There are people that make a ton of money leverage trading and trading in general. Look, I took a swing position on DOT right now. DOT's not one of my long-term holdings or something I've been dollar cost averaging, but I saw an opportunity with Polkadot that, you know, it looked like it wanted to break out of its accumulation range the same way Solana has or Chainlink has. It was just lagging behind a bit. So I got a good chunk of DOT, around $5 per DOT, and now DOT's starting to pump, starting to break out. It's over $7. So I think you can find trading opportunities if you've been in the market a while and you pay very close attention to the charts and you get very familiar with them, and you can recognize especially the big shifts in trend. I think that's what's more important than anything, is the big trend shifts, whether we're going into a big bull phase or a big bear phase. But using leverage, man, that's just a one-way ticket to get liquidated, because we'll have like 10, 15, 20% candles or wicks up or down that will liquidate you out of the market like that. So it's not worth the risk, in my opinion. So that's tip number 2. Don't FOMO and try and trade and try and be a genius. Find the coins you believe in, invest over time, sit back and relax. Don't mess it up. The more you touch it, the more likely you are to mess it up. Okay. And then tip number 3, last but not least, have sell targets beforehand and take profits on the way up. All of this is for NAI if you do not get your money out and take profit as these coins start going ballistic the way that it looks like they're starting to. Now, I don't think we're anywhere near points where I would even consider selling anything. I think for most of the stuff I hold, I need to see these coins go past their all-time highs, because I think that's where they're headed. But you have to at some point at least get your money back, and I would say at least take some kind of profit off of the table if you're up a lot of money. Because look, even the coins I'm invested in, I think they're the future of the financial system. I think that they're going to be more valuable to have than fiat currency, because I'm of the opinion that fiat currency is going out the window here soon. And I say soon, I think it's still going to take decades probably, but it's on the way out. Inflation is bad. They say it's getting better, but I don't believe that's true at all. They print trillions and trillions of dollars. I don't want to hold on to USD or fiat and let it sit in a bank and rot away, right? I think that the assets that I hold are going to become the new way we transact and will hold the most value over a significant period of time, at least throughout my lifetime. But with all that said, I don't know that that's going to happen. I really believe, based on everything that I've seen, but I have to at some point de-risk, at least to some extent, get the money that I put in back and get a sum of money out in profit that I could utilize to, live life or invest in other assets, like maybe real estate, or who knows, other cryptos or stocks, or just diversify that portfolio a bit so that I have a little bit less risk uh, with a larger amount of capital in the long term. Because if I have a large amount of capital from this bull run, uh, it would be too risky to let it just sit in one place. It needs to be in multiple places. So I think that's big tip number 3. So to recap, tip number 1, you should have been dollar cost averaging this entire bear market. You screwed up if you didn't. I don't think it's too late. I think you missed out on a good run up here, and it's going to limit how much you're going to be able to gain this bull run, but I don't think it's too late. I think there's still a lot of room to the upside. We're nowhere near the top, in my opinion. 2, don't FOMO into other coins that are popping off just because you see big green candles. Have conviction in what you buy and hold it. Don't try and be a genius, and don't try and trade in and out of coins and ride waves, and you're going to mess it all up. And don't use leverage. You'll get liquidated. And number 3, take profit on the way up. Have sell targets beforehand so that your emotions do not cloud your judgment, and you have key areas where you are ready to take some off the table. So I'm just some guy that likes crypto on the internet. Don't take my word as gospel. Do your own research on everything in this market and make your own decisions. These are just 3 of the biggest things that I've observed from my past 2 years in the space, accumulating and watching a lot of creators and a lot of investors for an abhorrent amount of time. Honestly, I've spent so much time consuming crypto content and staring at charts. It's actually ridiculous. So I hope I was able to provide some kind of value, some kind of information. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and more content like this in the future. I appreciate all the support on the last couple of videos. They've gotten over 1,000 views. I've gotten like almost 100 subscribers in the past few days, so it's awesome to see. I love making these, and I want to keep making them, and I will keep making them. But if you enjoyed, let me know, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.